Hi guys, you're very welcome back to the vlog. Today finds me in Eyeries on the Beara Peninsula in West Cork. We're here on the part of the road about 5 or 6 kilometres north of Allihies on the road to Barren. About 3 or 4 years ago, Darren and myself stood here taking photographs of this fantastic view when 5 or 6 cyclists appeared climbing the hill. In fairness to them, they took it on, and though they were absolutely wrecked at the top, we managed to get some photographs of them, and I'm going to show them to you now. Okay, this vlog may come under the title of Eyeries. It very much incorporates all of the area around Eyeries, from Allihies really all the way up to Lorrock and a little beyond if possible. Currently we've moved on about maybe a kilometre only. Went through a farmhouse, or at least between the actual house and the farm itself. No bypass around that particular house, and have moved along to the very edge of the northern coastline of the Beara Peninsula. And I'm going to show you some shots in a while that we took. One of the probably the last, well, that's not quite true. I'm not quite, I've been down here so many times, it's hard to remember exactly when they were taken, but they were taken a few years ago, and they certainly, worked for me. I stopped at different places along, and Darren and myself shot out across the actual coast to the Kerry Peninsula, over the Allihies Peninsula, but also further on to Barren, which has another peninsula that sticks out onto the actual sea here. Currently there's a rainbow over it, and you might be looking at that now. And yeah, you get some great shots here, great action in the sea. Would I use long exposure? I probably would, just to see how it goes. I've done so on some of these. Sometimes you might feel, well, the sea is a little bit too far away. It's always probably worth trying, and if it gives that creamy effect, well and good. So another spot along this beautiful coastline that you can stop and take shots at. Look, on any given day, every location could possibly be a postcard shot or a banger shot location. It depends on, the conditions, the sun, the angle of the sun, the strength of the actual sea itself, and the clouds that are thrown at you on that particular day. Anyway, we'll forge on our way towards Eyeries. kilometre or two later along the road, we came to a height and pulled in. The sun was creeping over the Caha Mountains and casting a lovely light across Oran and the valley below us. To the left hand side you can see Kenmare Bay, and in the far distance you can see Eyeries, our destination. Okay, we've come down to the pier here in Eyeries, and with all due respects, it's, you know, the harbour area, it's nothing spectacular. But having said that, the sea is spectacular, phenomenal waves. I'm going to show you some video there of it now as I'm speaking. Lots of spray there, so that's not going to make it easy today to try and photograph. Yeah, definitely a place that plenty of cloths will be needed to try and keep the lens and the camera clean. Might try and do some tripod work. It depends on whether that tripod will stay up or not, and try and get kind of a little bit of action, maybe third of a second, half a second, between a third and a half of a second, and see how that goes. I'm also going to show you some shots that we took here about maybe 2 or 3 summers back when we had a beautiful evening here. Sun was going down over, let's say, probably Waterville, that kind of area on the next peninsula, and yeah, it was fantastic. The one thing I would say is the sun probably today will go down just at the tip of the Beara Peninsula, it being deep winter. But having said that, there are beauties this time of the year as well too, i.e. a magical sea, a dangerous sea, let's be very honest, so we got to be careful with that one as well. So I'm going to try and take some shots there now. I'll show you, probably seen some of the clippage, and if you haven't seen them, I'll show you some now, and on top of that too, I'll show you some shots I took today and previously at visits. It isn't spectacular, but again, like any location, it's what you make of it. The beauty here is the view of the actual Caha Mountains and the light that can shine on them, particularly at sunset here, but also the low winter light coming through the clouds onto the mountains. Hopefully we'll get some. Talk to you in a minute. Take the road north from Allihies and you will come to Ardgroom, which is equally colourful. Further on from Ardgroom you will cross the county bounds from Cork into Kerry, and very shortly afterwards you will come upon this viewing point, Kenmare Bay, with its many mussel pots. Head further on and come to Lorrock and you will take a left here on your road out to Kenmare Harbour. Again, another great place for shots. Okay guys, that's about it from Eyeries and the northern section of the Beara Peninsula. Yeah, an absolute fantastic spot, to be perfectly honest. This particular vlog has been put together over maybe 5, 6, 7 visits. Often when I got super conditions I wasn't vlogging, was focusing on the photography. But anytime you're down here, it'll always be different. And any location that you see here, that yes, that was a lovely photograph taken there, might not be the same if you arrive, but you will always find somewhere that will be to your liking. It all depends on the weather conditions, obviously the state of the sun, the time of the year, the tide, and how wild the sea is. If the sea is wild down here, well then seascapes, you won't be short of them. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. As I said, if you like the vlog, please give me a like. It does help develop this channel. And also, if you haven't subscribed, why not do so? And smash that button, as they say. And join me for further vlogs along the Wild Atlantic Way. But also, yeah, I've got a few from the Faroe Islands coming out, Northern Europe, France and Paris. So, that's all in the future. Till the next time, see you then. Take care.